Captain Maya Chen rubbed her temples as she made her way through the corridors of the research vessel New Dawn. The mining expedition to Kepler for B had been successful, but a minor explosion in the cargo bay had left her with a nasty gash across her palm. Nothing serious, but protocol demanded medical attention. The ship's medical bay was quieter than usual when she arrived. Dr. Harrison, the chief medical officer, was nowhere to be seen. Instead, a tall figure with pale blue skin and intricate silver markings along his neck turned from a supply cabinet. "Captain Chen," he said, his voice carrying a melodic accent she couldn't place. "I am Dr. Zaylin Voss, xenobiology specialist. Dr. Harrison is in surgery. May I assist you?" Maya studied the alien doctor. The Arksani were known for their advanced medical knowledge, but she'd never worked directly with one. His amber eyes held intelligence and something else concerned that seemed genuine. "Just a cut," she said, extending her injured hand. Nothing dramatic. Zaylin's long fingers were surprisingly gentle as he examined the wound. "This will need cleaning and a regenerative treatment. Please sit." As he worked, Maya found herself watching his precise movements. The Arksani were aesthetically pleasing in an otherworldly way, but there was something about Zaylin that drew her attention beyond mere curiosity. "You're new to the New Dawn," she observed. 2 weeks, he confirmed, reaching for what appeared to be a standard healing spray. "This is my first assignment aboard a human vessel. Your species is fascinating." The spray hissed against her palm, and immediately Maya felt an unusual warmth spreading up her arm. Not painful, but definitely different from standard treatment. "What exactly did you just?" she began, then stopped as the warmth intensified, spreading through her chest and settling lower. Her eyes widened as she realized what was happening. Zaylin's amber eyes went wide with horror as he stared at the canister in his hand, then at Maya's increasingly flushed face. "Oh no," he whispered, frantically checking the label. "Captain, I appear to have administered the wrong compound. This was meant for Arksani physiology, not human." Maya shifted uncomfortably, very aware of the unexpected physical response her body was having. "What kind of compound?" "A bonding catalyst," Zaylin admitted, his pale skin darkening with what she assumed was embarrassment. "Among my people, it's used during intimate ceremonies. In humans, it appears to cause—" "Yeah, I noticed," Maya said through gritted teeth, grabbing a medical pad to cover her lap. "How long does this last?" "In Arksani, 6 to 8 hours. In humans." He checked his scanner. "Unknown. Captain, if anyone discovers this mistake, it could end my career." The medical board would never allow such incompetence to go unpunished. The medical bay door chimed, signaling someone's approach. Maya's executive officer, Commander Torres, appeared in the doorway. "Captain, we need you on the bridge. The mining drones have detected something unusual in Sector 7. Maya stood carefully, keeping the medical pad strategically positioned. "On my way, Commander." As Torres left, Maya turned to Zaylin, whose expression was a mixture of professional mortification and something else she couldn't identify. "We'll figure this out," she said quietly. "But this stays between us." Zaylin nodded gratefully. "I'll research a solution immediately. And Captain, I'm truly sorry." As Maya made her way to the bridge, she wondered how she was going to command a ship in her current condition. More puzzling still was why she felt less angry about the situation than she probably should have been. The bridge of the New Dawn felt like a torture chamber. Maya sat rigidly in her captain's chair, the medical pad discreetly positioned, while she tried to focus on the holographic display showing the mining site anomaly. "Captain," Science Officer Lee reported, "the unusual readings are coming from approximately 2 kilometers below the surface. Energy signatures suggest artificial construction." "Artificial?" Maya leaned forward, grateful for the distraction from her predicament. "Indigenous? Unknown, but the technology appears highly advanced." Maya's communicator buzzed with a private channel request. Zaylin's voice came through her earpiece, barely audible. "Captain, I've been researching your condition. The bonding catalyst is designed to create neural pathways between compatible partners. In humans, it appears to be causing heightened sensitivity and other effects. Can you reverse it?" Maya sub-vocalized, hoping her bridge crew couldn't hear. "I'm working on it, but Captain, there's something else. The catalyst doesn't just affect physiology, it enhances emotional and psychic connections. You may experience heightened empathy, shared sensations, even temporary telepathic links with compatible individuals." Maya blinked. Compatible with whom? Theoretically, with whoever administered the catalyst. The Arcsani use it to form deep bonds between mates. It requires physical proximity to fully activate. But what? Captain, I believe I may be experiencing some effects as well. I can sense your distress, your frustration. It's unprecedented. Maya realized she had been unconsciously aware of Zalen's presence somewhere on the ship, like a warm pulse at the edge of her consciousness. Captain, Commander Torres interrupted, we're receiving a transmission from the planetary surface. It's not coming from our mining team. The main screen flickered to life, revealing a humanoid figure with scaled skin and multiple eyes. The universal translator struggled with the complex clicking language. Unknown vessels, the alien said, you have disturbed the sacred resting place of the Cathara. Leave immediately or face the consequences. Maya stood, her condition momentarily forgotten. This is Captain Chen of the Alliance vessel New Dawn. We weren't aware of any indigenous presence on this world. We're conducting legal mining operations under galactic treaty provisions. Your laws mean nothing to the Cathara. You have 1 hour to depart. The transmission ended abruptly. Captain, Torres said, our mining teams are 6 hours from completing their operation. The materials they're extracting are crucial for the new shield generators. Maya felt a pulse of concern that wasn't entirely her own. Zalen's worry flowing through their unexpected connection. Options? She asked her bridge crew. We could try to negotiate, suggested Torres, or defend our legal right to be here. Through her earpiece, Zalen's voice came again. Captain, I'm reading elevated stress hormones through our link. The bonding catalyst makes confrontation physically painful for bonded pairs when separated. You need to either distance yourself from the stressful situation or allow the bond to stabilize through proximity. Maya closed her eyes briefly. Her command was complicated enough without alien biochemistry interfering with her judgment. Torres, take the bridge. I need to consult with our xenobiology specialist about these Cathara. Keep monitoring the situation, but no aggressive actions until I return. As she headed for the medical bay, Maya could feel the strange connection with Zalen growing stronger with each step. Whatever was happening between them was beyond standard medical complications, and it was happening at the worst possible time. In the medical bay, Zalen looked up from his research console as she entered. The moment their eyes met, Maya felt a jolt of recognition that had nothing to do with the earlier encounter. Captain, he said softly, I believe we have a problem far more complex than I initially thought. Show me, Maya said, sealing the medical bay door behind her. Zalen activated a holographic display showing brain skin patterns. These are normal human neural pathways, he explained, then switched to another image. And these are yours, taken 20 minutes ago. Maya stared at the swirling patterns of light. They look completely different. The bonding catalyst has activated dormant neural networks. Your brain is forming new connections, preparing for a psychic link. He hesitated. Captain, among my people, this process is irreversible once it reaches a certain point. Are you saying I'm becoming part Arcsani? Not physically, but mentally. Yes, and I'm experiencing reciprocal changes. Zalen showed her his own brain scan. Our neural patterns are beginning to synchronize. Maya felt a wave of his anxiety wash over her, followed by something warmer: attraction, fascination, and a deep concern for her well-being. You can feel that, Zalen observed. My emotions, it's getting stronger, Maya admitted. Is this what you meant by bonding? Among the Arcsani, bonded pairs share consciousness to varying degrees, enhanced empathy, shared memories, complementary abilities. He stepped closer. Captain, I must ask something that may seem inappropriate given our circumstances. Maya raised an eyebrow. Go ahead. Are you experiencing any attraction to me beyond what might be chemically induced? The directness of the question caught her off guard, but she realized the bond made deception impossible. Yes, she admitted. Even before the injection, I found you intriguing. Relief flooded through their connection. Then the catalyst is working with existing compatibility rather than creating artificial attraction. This is actually better news. How is any of this better? Because forced bonds are unstable and often destructive. Natural compatibility creates stronger, more beneficial connections. Zalen moved to another console. Captain, there's something else. The Cathara conflict, I believe our bond might help resolve it. Explain. The Cathara are an empathic species. They may be reacting to the emotional resonance of the mining operation, the human focus on extraction and profit rather than respect for the planet. If they could sense genuine care and understanding, Maya's communicator buzzed. Captain, to the bridge immediately. The Cathara have launched vessels toward our position. On my way. Maya started toward the door, then turned back. Zaylin, come with me. If you're right about the empathic connection, I may need your insights. On the bridge, the main screen showed 3 sleek Cathara ships approaching. Their design was organic, almost living in appearance. Shields up, Maya ordered, but no weapons. Torres, hail them. The same multi-eyed Cathara appeared on screen. You did not leave. Now you face the consequences. Please, Maya said, stepping forward. We don't want conflict. Perhaps we can find a solution that honors both our needs and your sacred sites. She felt Zaylin's presence beside her, his calm confidence flowing through their bond. Suddenly, she understood the situation with greater clarity than should have been possible. The mining site, she said to the Cathara leader, it's not just sacred, it's alive, isn't it? Part of your planetary consciousness. The alien's multiple eyes blinked in surprise. How do you know this? Maya glanced at Zaylin, realizing the knowledge had come through their connection. His xenobiology training combined with her tactical experience was creating insights neither could have reached alone. Because someone who understands life in all its forms is helping me see, Maya replied. What if we could extract the materials we need without disturbing the living systems? Would that be acceptable? The Cathara leader considered this. You would do this? Truly? We would. I give you my word as captain. Through the bond, Maya felt Zaylin's admiration and something deeper love, she realized with a start. And to her surprise, she felt the same emotion flowing back through their connection. Very well, the Cathara said finally. We will work together. But the empathic resonance must remain pure. Any deception, any hidden agenda, and the agreement ends. As the transmission closed, Maya turned to Zaylin. That was remarkable. I could feel your knowledge, your understanding of their culture, and I could feel your diplomatic instincts, your genuine desire for peaceful resolution. Zaylin's amber eyes were bright with wonder. This bond, Captain, it's not just attraction or physical compatibility. We complement each other in ways I never imagined possible. Commander Torres cleared her throat. Captain, should I begin coordination with the Cathara for modified mining operations? Yes, Maya said, not taking her eyes off Zaylin. And Torres? Dr. Voss will be working closely with me on this project. Very closely. 3 days into the joint mining operation, Maya found herself spending most of her time in the xenobiology lab with Zaylin. What had begun as necessary coordination had evolved into something deeper, a working partnership that utilized their growing bond to solve problems neither could have handled alone. The Cathara bioscanners are detecting mineral veins we never would have found, Maya said, studying the latest geological reports. And they're showing us extraction methods that preserve the living rock formations. Zaylin looked up from his microscope where he was analyzing samples of the Cathara's bio-integrated technology. Their entire civilization is based on symbiosis rather than exploitation. It's remarkable. Through their bond, Maya felt his excitement and genuine wonder. Over the past few days, she'd grown accustomed to the constant awareness of his emotions, his thoughts. Rather than feeling intrusive, it had become comforting, like having a part of herself she hadn't known was missing. There's something else, Zaylin said, his tone shifting to concern. The bio-integration isn't limited to their technology. The Cathara themselves are partially bonded with their planet's consciousness, meaning they're aware of every living thing on their world. When our mining operation began, they didn't just sense an intrusion, they felt pain. Physical, emotional pain from the disruption. Maya understood immediately. That's why they reacted so strongly. We weren't just violating sacred ground, we were literally hurting them. Yes. And Captain? Zaylin hesitated. I believe our bond may be evolving in a similar direction. Maya raised an eyebrow. I'm not becoming part of the ship, am I? Not the ship, but I've been monitoring our neural patterns. We're developing a form of empathic connection that extends beyond each other. I can sense the emotional states of the crew, the general mood of the ship. Can you? Maya considered this. Now that he mentioned it, she had been unusually aware of her crew's feelings lately. Torres's frustration with the delayed mission, Liu's excitement about the Cathara science, even the general contentment from the mining teams who appreciated the reduced environmental damage. That's not normal human ability, she said, nor normal. Arcsani ability. What we're experiencing is unique, a new form of consciousness that bridges species barriers. Maya's communicator chimed. Captain, came Torres's voice. We have visitors. A Cathar delegation wants to meet with you personally. In the conference room, 3 Cathar waited, their scaled skin shimmering with patterns Maya was beginning to recognize as emotional indicators. The leader, who had introduced himself as Keeper the Len, studied her with all 6 eyes. Captain Chen, the Len said, we have observed the changes in your vessel's emotional resonance. The harmony has improved significantly since our agreement began. Our crew is pleased with the cooperation. Maya replied diplomatically, more than cooperation. The bonded one has shared his essence with you, has he not? Maya glanced at Zaylin, who had gone very still. How could you know that? We sense the dual nature of your consciousness. It is similar to our own planetary bonding, but different. Stronger in some ways, more focused. The lens patterns shifted to what Maya somehow knew was approval. This is why we chose to trust you. The bonded cannot deceive their emotions. Are too intertwined for deception to survive. Another Cathar stepped forward. We wish to propose an exchange. Your mining operation has shown us new possibilities for resource sharing without environmental damage. In return, we offer knowledge of biointegration techniques that could revolutionize your technology. Maya felt Zaylin's excitement pulse through their bond, along with his deep respect for the Cathar's wisdom. What kind of biointegration? Healing technologies that work with biological systems rather than replacing them. Starship designs that incorporate living components for self-repair and adaptation. Communication methods that transcend language barriers through direct empathic connection. Like what we have, Maya said, indicating herself and Zaylin. Yes, but expanded. Imagine starship crews that could coordinate through shared consciousness. Medical treatments that respond to individual biological needs in real time. Exploration. Teams that could communicate with any sentient species through empathic bridges. The implications were staggering. Maya felt Zaylin's thoughts racing alongside her own, considering the possibilities, the challenges, the potential benefits for both their species and the broader galactic community. There would need to be extensive testing, Maya said. Careful protocols to ensure safety and consent. Of course, but Captain, the lens patterns shifted to something Maya recognized as earnestness. You and the bonded one could be the first ambassadors of this new form of consciousness. Your bond proves that such connections can enhance rather than diminish individual identity. Maya looked at Zaylin, feeling his mixture of excitement and trepidation. Through their bond, she sensed his question. Was she ready for their accidental connection to become something larger, something that could change the course of interspecies relations? She realized she was. 6 months later, Maya stood on the observation deck of the newly commissioned research vessel Synthesis, watching the stars stream by as they headed toward the galactic core. Beside her, Zaylin monitored biointegration readings. From their first volunteer crew humans, Arcsani and Cathar working together through carefully established empathic links, the communication efficiency has improved by 40%, Zaylin reported, his satisfaction flowing through their now permanent bond. And the psychological benefits are remarkable. Depression and anxiety rates among bonded crew members have dropped to nearly zero. Maya smiled, feeling the contentment of their diverse crew like a warm current through her consciousness. The ability to sense the emotional well-being of everyone under her command had made her a better captain than she'd ever imagined possible. Any regrets? She asked, turning to face Zaylin. About that day in the medical bay, his amber eyes sparkled with amusement. About accidentally injecting my captain with a bonding catalyst and nearly ending my career? Not a single one. Through their bond, Maya felt the depth of his love, matched by her own. What had begun as an embarrassing medical mishap had evolved into the most profound connection either of them had ever experienced. More than that, it had opened doorways to new forms of consciousness that were transforming how species related to each other across the galaxy. The Galactic Council approved our request, Maya said, sharing the good news she'd received. That morning, full funding for the Empathic Bridge program. We'll be establishing bonding centers on 12 worlds, and the volunteers? More than we can handle. Apparently, the idea of deeper connection appeals to a lot of species who felt isolated by space travel and technological barriers. Zaylin moved to stand behind her, his arms encircling her waist. Through their bond, she felt his contentment, his love, and his excitement about their shared future. I've been thinking, he said, about what the Cathara said regarding permanent biointegration. Maya leaned back against his chest. The ceremonial bonding? It would make our connection even stronger, allow us to share not just emotions and thoughts but memories, experiences. We would truly become two halves of a single consciousness. Maya considered this. The Cathara ceremony would be irreversible, binding them together on levels that transcended even their current extraordinary connection. But looking out at the stars, feeling the harmony of their crew, the success of their mission, she realized she couldn't imagine wanting any other future. When? She asked simply. Whenever you're ready, my captain. Maya turned in his arms, their foreheads touching in the gesture that had become their most intimate communication. Through their bond, she shared her answer without words, her love, her commitment, her excitement for the adventures they would face together. Computer, she said aloud, set course for Cathara homeworld. Maximum warp, as the synthesis adjusted. Course, Maya reflected on the journey that had brought them here. From an awkward moment in a medical bay to becoming pioneers of a new form of consciousness, their story proved that sometimes the most meaningful connections came from the most unexpected circumstances. The stars ahead seemed brighter somehow, filled with infinite possibilities for discovery, connection, and love that transcended the boundaries between species. And at the center of it all was the bond between a human captain and an Arksani doctor, who had found in each other not just love, but a new way of being that would reshape the galaxy. Their accidental beginning had become a purposeful future, written in the stars themselves. The end.